Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Sentencing was delayed Monday for the Chelan woman who helped her teenage daughter spread photocopied nude images of another teen around Eastmont Junior High. Emergency repairs are scheduled to wrap up tomorrow on a section of Highway 2 through Douglas County that's been washed out since July 10th. Record high temperatures across the area today, and more records should be broken again tomorrow and maybe even Thursday as an excessive heat warning continues. Friends and family are remembering the young victim of Saturday night's fatal shooting on South Mission Street. 15-year-old Tony Figueroa was killed by gunfire about 11:30 p.m. in the 600 block. The suspects fled the scene and no arrests have been made. The Wenatchee Police Department has so far declined to comment about the case, saying it's an ongoing investigation. Those who knew Tony say he was headed into 10th grade at Eastmont High School, a friendly and funny young man who excelled at soccer. NCWLIFE News spoke with two adults who knew him well.
Tony was a stud. He was playing forward for me, goal scorer, just had a drive. I mean, I used to call him the machine because he didn't stop. He just kept going, and any opportunity that he had, it was going in back of the net. Everybody looked up to him. He was our captain. We made it to nationals last year. Tony was, again, a huge piece to all that. He's a kid that never looked down on anybody. If you were down, he'd pick you up. If you needed a shirt, he would take his off. He would give it to you. I mean, he's literally he's just what you want in a leader.
He was just always really great about coming in, saying hi. I would probably guesstimate that he would just pop into my office, I don't know, at least 1 to 2 times a week, just to kind of fill me in on what was going on with his life and say hi. He was a great kid. Every single adult I spoke to, that was one of the first things that came out of their mouth after commenting on his smile was how respectful he is. Doesn't matter. It didn't matter if he was in trouble. It didn't matter if it was a good day, it was a bad day. He was always respectful. He was always kind. He was highly respected by his peers. He was respected by staff. And that stuff, especially in junior high, that's a big deal. You're hard-pressed to find that at junior high at that level of consistency. And that should be known. This event does not define who he is. His day-to-day when nobody else is around, and I mean, that's the stuff that defines who he is.
A bat found in Chelan County is tested positive for rabies, according to the Chelan Douglas Health District. The health district was informed by the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society of a pet-only exposure when Animal Care and Control retrieved the bat from a Chelan County residence on August 8th. Animal Control made the decision to euthanize the bat and submitted it to Oregon Veterinary Diagnostic Laboratory for testing, where it was confirmed positive for rabies. CDHD says no people are known to have been exposed at this time and reminds residents that anyone who is in contact with the rabid bat should seek medical attention immediately, and to also contact your local health jurisdiction if you or your pets has had direct contact with a bat. The last rabid bat in Chelan and Douglas counties was in July of 2021. Sentencing was delayed yesterday for the Chelan woman who helped her teenage daughter spread photocopied nude images of another teen around Eastmont Junior High. 48-year-old Amanda Sue Austin was facing a recommended 6-month jail term after pleading guilty to felony harassment, disclosing intimate images, and trespassing. But at her sentencing hearing, Douglas County Judge Brian Huber requested to see the images that Austin and her daughter placed around the school back in March of 2022, saying it's relevant to his decision. Austin distributed the photocopied images as part of a feud between her daughter and the teenage victim, but they were never entered as evidence in the case. Huber set a new sentencing date for Austin of August 29th after he's had a chance to review the images. The Chelan County jail officer who died in a motorcycle crash 1 week ago was laid to rest today after a funeral procession from Wenatchee to East Wenatchee. 23-year-old Jesus Oliveira was interred at Evergreen Cemetery after services at St. Joseph Catholic Church. His procession was joined by local police, firefighters, and emergency workers as a mark of respect. Oliveira was fatally injured in a motorcycle wreck last Wednesday on Chihuahua Loop Road between Lake Wenatchee and Fish Lake. When we come back, it's the first day of the Grant County Fair in Moses Lake with entertainment, education, and livestock events carrying on all the way through the close of the fair on Saturday night. And the owner of Hellbent Brewing is holding a fundraiser to help the residents of Maui. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Well, looks like our surgery patient is feeling better today.
Yep, I didn't need any oxy today. I thought I'd do a little surgery on the drain.
Huh. Do you need your pain pills anymore?
No.
Well, we should get them out of the house. There are places to drop them off.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I can do that right now.
And I will look at the drain.
Prevent opioid misuse. Find safe medication return options near you at med-project.org.
Emergency repairs are scheduled to wrap up on a section of Highway 2 through Douglas County that's been washed out since July 10th. 7 miles of the highway through the Moses Coulee area have been closed to traffic since a major rainstorm caused debris slides across that road. The Washington Department of Transportation says it should be able to complete repairs to reopen the road tomorrow, but motorists should keep an eye on travel updates before departing. Detours remain in place for now via State Highway 17. It's the first day of the venerable Grant County Fair in Moses Lake with entertainment, education, and livestock events carrying all the way through the close of the fair on Saturday night. NCWLIFE's Dan Kuntz took a swing through Moses Lake to talk with Fair Director Jim McKiernan about what you can expect.
The Moses Lake Roundup Rodeo Association puts on the Demo Derby Tuesday and Wednesday of Fair Week, which it packs the stands. Farmers come out of the woodwork to bash their old cars together. And I think they do small cars one night and then they do the larger cars, which are getting harder to find. I mean, it's hard to find an old, 1970s four-door Impala. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they'll do the PRCA rodeo. And it's always a good time. They have a beer garden and do live music and stuff in the rodeo grounds at night. So it's a blast too.
We all watched as deadly fires swept through the island of Maui. Now the owner of Hellbent Brewery, who grew up on the Big Island, has decided to do what he can to help. Hellbent Brewing will be hosting a Kokua Maui or Help Maui fundraiser at their Wenatchee and Seattle locations. The Wenatchee location, the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing, is located in Pybus Public Market and will be open for the fundraiser from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. tomorrow. $1 per pint of beer, $3 per pint of hazy IPA, $3 per to-go order, and 50 cents of sales on all rice bowls will be donated to Maui Food Bank. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, Chicano artist Jake Prendez made a stop in Wenatchee last night for the 4th installment of his 6-stop tour with North Central Washington Libraries. Record hot temperatures again tomorrow and Thursday as our excessive heat warning continues. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee provides financial services for independent-minded clients working to secure their futures. Whether it's helping construct your personal financial, retirement, or estate plan, they start with a disciplined approach and straightforward advice. An individualized approach is rooted in the values, stability, and strength their company was founded on in 1935. With offices coast to coast and personal attention you deserve right here in the Wenatchee Valley, learn more about D.A. Davidson.
I chose a career at Confluent South because I wanted to help people, and I knew there would be opportunities for growth. I started as a medical assistant, but quickly advanced in my career. I received 5 promotions in only 7 years, 3 of those in management roles. Most organizations don't offer that type of growth. Now, as a career pathway coordinator, I let everyone know. Come join Confluent South. Come grow with us.
Castle Rock International is the Northwest premier real estate agency for large acreage properties, farms and ranch land, lodging and resorts, and other distinctive commercial real estate. Professional, knowledgeable, and discreet, Castle Rock International has the listings and the buyers you have been looking for. Contact John McNamara at Castle Rock International today, or visit their website for more information on this award-winning company.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Chicano artist Jake Prendez made a stop in Wenatchee last night for the 4th installment of his 6-stop tour with North Central Washington Libraries. Wenatchee Valley College partnered with North Central Washington Libraries and Cafe to host Prendez last night for his lecture titled The Art of Rebellion, Social Justice and Chicano Visual Arts. Prendez is the owner of the Napalta Art Gallery in Seattle and a member of the Humanities Washington Speakers Bureau. They partner with artists and other professionals with nonprofits for free presentations. He'll make another appearance at the Peshastin Community Hall tonight and will finish up at the Chelan Public Library on Wednesday. Prendez has a specific focus on Chicano culture, activism, social justice, and pop culture as he spoke with NCWLIFE News about his journey with art.
So I always just loved drawing and creating art, but by the time I was kind of a teenager and I was drawing lowriders and cholos and cholas, and I was told by my by art teachers, like high school and first year at community college, like that my art was too ethnic, it was too gangster, you can't do that. And unfortunately I believed them, and I quit producing art for a good 10 years. And it wasn't until I was doing my master's degree in Chicano studies, and I took a painting class as an elective and just fell in love with art and painting all over again. And that was like in 2007, so it's been about 15 years, and I think I've proven those folks wrong that said like I couldn't do that art. Like, here I am. I think there's just a lot of universal themes like immigration, dealing with our roots, connecting to our family, where for me I'm like 3rd generation, so there's kind of a separation of, of family, of like I'm not quite Mexicano, like I'm not Mexican enough for Mexico, I'm not American enough for America. I'm like, one of the reasons my gallery is called Napantla is Napantla means in between, like a space in between, right? And that's why we named it, because like I said, I'm not Mexican from Mexico, I'm not American from America, I'm in that Napantla space, right? But in that Napantla space is where you heal, you rejuvenate, and you create, right? I thought, that'd be a good name. So I think there's a lot of times like there's these common things that we get, right? That it's kind of almost universal. Art is such an amazing way to spread your cause, your message. Whether it's a mural, whether it's screen printing, things that are accessible, right? No one owns a mural. It's on the wall. It's for everyone. Screen prints are mass produced, so it's not about making money or profit. It's about mass producing something that then just gets out to the community, gets out to everyone, so that they, can enjoy. And now with social media, we've taken it to just, a whole new level where it's, whether it's a mural, your art piece, it becomes digitized and spread through social media. Now, the cause that's important to you, like in real time, someone in Egypt, someone in Japan, someone in Brazil, they're going to know about your cause. They're going to know about what your community is dealing with as soon as you hit, that send button.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a good Tuesday. It was scorching hot out there today, but some of us, and I'm sure you noticed that here in the Wenatchee Valley too, a lot of that smoky haze. There are still some fires burning up in Okanagan County and along the Canadian border. And this is a look at our Billy Goat camera. Here's Pateros and here's Brewster. So you can see a lot of that smoke to the north. Our air quality in the Wenatchee area right around that 50 mark, which is right on the line between good and moderate. But you could definitely see that haze out there today. I'll tell you what, hot weather, and let me show you why. High pressure right now right over the Pacific Northwest. That's what's keeping our skies clear. But it's this area of low pressure just south of Southern California that's dragging all of that warmth right up the desert and into Washington state. And the low pressure system is actually the reason we're seeing all this stifling hot weather. And boy, it's going to remain that way. We do have an excessive heat warning that will go through Thursday, and that's Thursday at 11 p.m. And boy, that's all of our viewing area for NCWLIFE, and it extends all the way over into Spokane and even west of Stevens Pass. Seattle could see temperatures between 95 and 100 over the next couple of days. Boy, so the whole state very hot right now. How about this? A new record today, 105 degrees unofficially. That blows away our record from 2021 of 101. Look where we should be for this time of year. 87 degrees and we were 105. 72 our low this morning, and that's well above where we should be as well. 62 is our normal low, and 49 our record low set in 1960. Sunrise now just before 6 a.m. at 5:57, and sun will set tonight at 8:13. All right, let's get you into Wednesday. We're not going to see much relief from that heat tomorrow. Look at these temperatures. 103 in Moses Lake and Ephrata, 104 Quincy, Wenatchee, also into Chelan, 105 in Omak. And get this about Omak yesterday. Omak topped off at 107 degrees. That broke a record of 105 set all the way back in 1920. So Omak, you're going to get 105 again tomorrow. 103 for Kashmir and 102 the high temperature, and usually cooler Leavenworth. So we're all seeing that heat. And this is why, once again, high pressure bringing the clear skies, and we're seeing that low pressure. Here it is right here, not really showing up, but it is really supplying that warmth coming up our way. Clear tonight, very warm with temperatures in the upper 70s, some areas 80 degrees for overnight lows tonight. For Wednesday, going to be sunny again, record highs possible. Our record tomorrow is 103, and I think we'll be around 104, so we might set another record for Wednesday. Thursday, sunny, a little bit breezy right here in central Washington, but we are going to remain very hot. Our record high on Thursday is 103. We're going to be right in the ballpark. I'm thinking 102 for Thursday. And then on Friday, a bit of a weather change will come our way. Notice the airflow coming down from the northwest. That means windy and cooler conditions for us on Friday. If you can call it that, we're going to cool down into the low 90s for Friday. All right, getting into the upcoming weekend now. High clouds for Saturday. We will begin a steady cool down on Saturday. High temperatures in the afternoon into the upper 80s. So a normal late summer day here in north central Washington. By the end of the weekend, once again, we'll see some of those high clouds in north central Washington. Our cool down will continue on Sunday with high temperatures then in the mid 80s. And for Monday, Monday, starting off your next work week, we're going to cool down even more, partly cloudy, and introduce some isolated scattered showers along the Cascades. Some of that may move over into our area. Only 60s for high temperatures in the Cascades, while we will cool down into the lower 80s. All right, 7-day forecast now, 76 degrees overnight tonight, 104 on Wednesday. Once again would be a record high, 76 the low. We'll come close to record highs on Thursday, too, at 102. And if we do see 102 Thursday, that'll be 4 straight days over 100 here in Wenatchee. Get ready for some wind on Friday at 92. And then our temperatures will begin to moderate. High clouds and cooler Saturday at 88. And we'll stay with the high clouds Sunday and even into Monday. 85 Sunday. A few showers even possible Monday with a high temperature then of 82. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Hey there folks, Blueberry Carrie here to invite you on out to Blueberry Hills to experience some real treats. Take a look at our homemade cream pies, our amazing cheesecakes, and don't forget our famous banana pudding. Remember, we're more than just great treats. People come from all over the world to experience what has been called one of the best destination restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
Well, the Mariners have lost 3 straight in heartbreaker fashion after falling to Kansas City in a walk-off last night. Kansas City starter Brady Singer no-hit Seattle through 6 innings before Dominic Canzone broke it up with a 2-out hit in the 7th. At that point, the Mariners trailed 5-0. They finally turned it around, mounting a comeback in the 8th.
There you go, down the line. Ford will walk home. Demo right behind him. Rojas can run. Manny waving him. Julio clears the bases, and the Mariners are on the board. It's 5-3 here in the 8th. Look at disappointment on his face. You can understand why. Hey, there you go. Fly ball left field. Julio tags. Gino gets the job done. 5-4.
Another 0-2. Up the middle into center field. Teoscar's coming home. Josh Rojas down to his final strike tonight. He ties this game in the 9th inning as the Mariners have come roaring back over the final 2 frames. Hard hit, and it's into left field. Julio comes through in the 9th inning with 2 outs, and he has put the Mariners in front. It's a 6-5 Mariners lead.
Up the middle and into center field. And Bobby Witt Jr. has 4 hits tonight. Bobby goes. Massey lines it to right field. And Bobby keeps going. First and third and nobody out. There he goes. And the pitch is outside. And now the winning run is at second base. And Salvi lines it to center field. Rodriguez gets behind it. He'll play it to third. The tying run is scored, and Taylor is safe. We know he likes to bunt in a situation like this. There it is. He gets it down. And the Royals win it. What a game. What a finish.
7 walk-offs for the Royals this year, tied for 3rd most in Major League Baseball.
Manager Scott Service says Singer was on top of his game to keep Seattle off the scoreboard, while Logan Gilbert had trouble finding a groove last night.
Singer threw the ball really good. You know, he was on top of his game tonight, and obviously we didn't do anything against him at all until we got a little traction there in the 7th, or in the 8th inning, actually. You know, it was heck of a comeback by our guys, like down and out, and didn't have a whole lot going offensively. But our guys don't quit, and a testament to them. And find a way to get ahead and get the lead. But they came back, got some big hits there at the end to obviously to pull it out. I think Logan tonight, really tough to get into the game. I mean, he made a mistake to Salvador Perez, obviously, the 3-run homer, and then I thought he settled down after that. Pitch count was up high. You're hoping to get 5 innings out of him. It didn't happen tonight. Uncharacteristic of Logan. He usually gets into his game, even if it is a little bit rough in the first. And, he struggled tonight. Deep counts, a lot of pitches early. Just wasn't typical Logan.
Julio Rodriguez finished the night with 4 RBI, while Josh Rojas was 2 for 4, driving in the game-tying run in the 9th. Mariners will try to snap a 3-game losing streak tonight. That game underway on Root Sports Northwest. Well, the other American League West action last night, Miami hit back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the 8th to break open a 1-run game, beat Houston 5-1. Paul Goldschmidt's 2-run homer in the 5th put St. Louis on top as the Cardinals would go on for a 7-5 win over Oakland. Marcus Semien had a 3-run home run and drove in 5 as the Rangers blew out the Angels 12-0. The win expanded Texas's lead in the West to 3.5 games. Well, for the 7th straight time, the Corvallis Knights are the West Coast League champions. Corvallis shut out Victoria 5-0 for the title last night at Goss Stadium. Ethan Hott started the scoring in the 2nd on an RBI single, then capped the scoring in the 7th with another RBI knock. Merritt Jones pitched 5 1/3 shutout innings with 9 strikeouts for the win. Overall, it's the Knights' 10th West Coast League title. How about that? Well, now that summer collegiate season is officially over, time to reflect on the year that was for the Wenatchee Apple Sox. We visited one more time around with the voice of the Apple Sox, Joel Norman, who says they're already looking forward to next season.
Oh, yeah, Mitch is big on those. After every loss, even after some emotional wins, getting a big address with the team in there, huddling down the third base line. And, a big thing he told me he talked about with them was just the pride in this year's group, the passion they showed and how unfortunate it is in a way that their season had to come to end that early. But the term Mitch has been using a lot is that they're building a program, that you're building a team here in Wenatchee where guys want to come here, they want to come back here, and they want to get better every single year. I think there's, it's hard to do that in summer baseball, but we have a really good core group of players who from 2022 to 2023 were a big part of returning here and helping lay that foundation. And now it's about adding other guys to the fold as some of those graduate, guys like, the Brandon Ponces. He won't be back next year. But now we've got other guys who played for us for the first time in 2023 who we really think are going to be back and be big members in 2024.
If there's one guy who stood out on Wenatchee's roster this summer, Norman says it has to be UC Irvine redshirt freshman Frankie Carney.
Say Frankie Carney for one. I think it would be a shame and a really poor decision if he's not named an all West Coast League first team member.
That's a no-brainer.
Exactly.
He's going to make it.
Yeah. On Tuesday night, it was Victoria and Wenatchee here, and I was saying during one of his at-bats, I said there's 2 guys on the field. There shouldn't be a question about them being all WCL, and that was Hudson Shoup at short for Victoria from Gonzaga, and then Carney from UC Irvine for the Apple Sox. Top 3 in batting average for both of them. Carney ended the regular season on a 16-game hitting streak, extended it to 17 on Tuesday. Now, the game on Wednesday, Dan, this was the first time since the beginning of July that he didn't have a hit in a game he started. That's how good that guy was this summer. And he was the straw that stirred the drink for the Apple Sox offense all summer long, getting on base, trying to wreak havoc on the base paths. And he made some mistakes on the base paths, but he learned, he got better, and it was just such a great year for a guy who had to be so hungry to be here. Anytime you redshirt anywhere, whether it's a Division I university, whether you're injured at your junior college, you're so hungry and ready to go. And, we had 2 players from UC Irvine who had both redshirted this spring. One of them, it didn't quite work out. He just, he never made the adjustments. He was out of here pretty quickly. The other one was Frankie Carney. Came in and he made the most of his opportunity and was just, we were so proud of the work that he did this summer.
You can see more of Dan's interview with Joel on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. That's on our website at ncwlife.com. Just go to full episodes. Well, finally, we say goodbye to a dear friend today, or maybe just we'll see you later. Uncle Ernie Rodriguez passed away peacefully at his home, surrounded by family and friends, on July 15th after a long battle with an extended illness. Ernie was a longtime broadcaster in the Valley who spent the last 15 seasons as the public address announcer for the Wenatchee Wild. His familiar howl and ever-warming presence will never be forgotten. A celebration of Uncle Ernie's life is being held at the upstairs VIP lounge at the Town Toyota Center tonight. Love you, Ernie. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night.